welcome back to my channel. Today's video is very exciting. The Backtalk palette from Urban Decay is out. I know you guys have been seeing this for like weeks all over Instagram and Trend Mood and like the Urban Decay page, and they were such a tease about it. But it's finally out. We're finally able to get our hands on it. This palette from Urban Decay is like a monochromatic type palette. It has really nice trendy shades. I have it all over my face, as you can see. Make sure guys, before you leave, give my video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I love it when you guys do that. Let's make this intro very short and let's just go ahead and get started. Okay guys, so as you can see, I have most of my makeup done. I did my foundation, concealer, I set it all with powder, I have my eyebrows done, and I also did my bronzer. And the reason I did this is because the Backtalk palette that we're going to be talking about has blushes, it has highlighters, it has eyeshadows, but it doesn't have a bronzer though. So I have my bronzer done. Here's the palette. I want you guys to see what the palette looks like. It is really pretty. This is what it looks like from the side. And then this is the back of it, which just looks regular. As you can see, it's very like monochromatic. It has a muted pink, purpley color all throughout the palette. And I believe they named that color Backtalk, and that's the color that inspired the whole palette. It's very monochromatic. In the lip glosses that they came out with, I did a swatch video. That video is in my channel. I'm going to link it in the description box, and I'm going to put an iCard here for it so you guys can see it. Basically, they came out with a whole lip gloss collection. One of the lip glosses in that collection is also called Backtalk, and it is also like this same color. See, it's this color right here. So if you guys want to see that video with all the swatches, make sure after this video you go check it out. So this Backtalk palette opens differently than other palettes because it's like a double palette, right? So you open it right here. Let's see. You open it right here on this side, and then it also opens on this side. And this is what the two sides look like. So obviously, as you can see here, the bottom side here has a collection of eyeshadows. It has 8 different eyeshadows, and at the top we have 2 blushes and 2 highlighters. In the middle of the palette here, there is a mirror on each side. This mirror actually detaches, so just so you guys know, the palette doesn't really close without the mirror. Like, it closes, but it has a gap in the middle. But the mirror does detach, so it's very portable. You can kind of have it with you and take it with you on the go. It's not magnified on any side. It looks the same on both sides, but it's very convenient to like travel with it. You can also kind of like slide it in and out of the palette. It is magnetic, so the packaging is really cool on this one. It's also very sturdy. Like, it doesn't feel flimsy. It doesn't feel like it would open in a suitcase or anything like that. Also, I just made a mistake, so I guess I should tell you guys so that you guys don't make the same mistake as I did. Like, I was trying to close it right now. I see how it's not closing at all. So I have put the mirror back on the opposite side that it was supposed to be. So now that it's in the right side, it definitely closes. So make sure you close it right if you're going to travel with it, for sure. I'm going to give you guys swatches of all of the eyeshadows, and I'm going to give you swatches of the blushes and the highlighters as well. So let's get started with that. Okay, so here are swatches of the first 4 eyeshadows in the palette. Right over here, we have a very nudie pink color you can use as a base. It's called 3 Sheets. Next to it, we have a really pretty light shimmer. This one's called Bear. Then I have right here a color called Curved, which is a really pretty like mauvey pink with a shimmer in it. And then the 4th color here is the star of the show. It's Backtalk, which, as you can see, it's like a mauvey pink color that has a matte finish to it. Okay, so here are the other 4 eyeshadows. Let's start right over here. This one is called Shade. It's a beautiful shimmery purple color. Then we have Attitude. I think this is my favorite shade so far from the ones that I've swatched. I'm definitely going to try to use that one on my eye look today. This one is called Attitude. Then I have WTF right here, which is just like a matte warm brown shade. And then last we have 180 right here, which is a shimmery like neutral brown color. So those are the 8 eyeshadows in the palette. The only thing I wish was that it had one more matte shade. Like, for me, we could have gotten rid of the 180 right here because I'm not really a fan, but this is just personal preference, of course. I'm just being picky. I'm not a fan of like dark shimmery browns. I would either want a dark matte brown there, or I would like another transition shade besides Backtalk. But again, that's just me being picky, right? Like, the palette is really, really good. Okay, so here you guys have the two blush shades. I have Cheap Shot right here, which is like a mauvey pinky blush, and then this one right here is called Double Take. This one has a little bit of shimmer to it. This one's more on the matte side. Both really, really pretty. Okay, and so last but not least, these are the two highlighters. I have this one right here called Low Key, which is like a peachy color highlighter, and this one here called Party Fool, which is like a very light, kind of like mauvey pinky highlighter. I love, love, love the texture of these, like the way they swatch on. There's like no fallout and they feel super, super creamy, so I'm excited to try those on my face. Okay, so I'm very quickly going to prime my eye with my MAC Painterly Paint Pot, just from inner to outer corner, a very light layer of it. Okay, so now that the eyes are primed, I'm going to get started with this big blending brush. This is my Morphe M504, and I'm going to get this color here called 3 Sheets. This one is going to be my base color, so I'm just going to swipe it all over my eyelid, from the eyelid to the brow, just to set that primer for a nice even base. And then we're going to go in with the color Backtalk here, and this is going to be my transition shade. So I'm going to, with this big brush, from the outer corner of the eye and blend it upwards from there. And this is going to give our eye a little bit of definition. I love a big blending brush like this one because it's so easy to get the product to look the way you want it to look. Like, that's already pretty neat right there. It looks nice and blended. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing on the other eye. So then I'm going to grab my Sigma E40 here, and I'm going to go into the color WTF. This one has a little bit of fallout, but nothing too bad. I'm going to put it on the outer corner of the eye and into the crease a little bit. And this is what I mean when I say that I wish this 180 color was a matte dark brown instead of a shimmer dark brown. This is kind of like as dark as you can go with matte shades basically on this palette, because this WTF shade is not that deep. It made the transition color Backtalk a little bit deeper, but it didn't make that much of an impact on it. So if this color 180 here was darker, it would be perfect. I'm still going to use it though on the outer corner of the eye to deepen things up a little bit, but I would just rather it be a matte shade rather than a shimmery shade. With that said, I'm going to go ahead and grab the color 180. This is a Morphe E17 brush, and I'm going to just darken things up right here on the outer corner of my eyelid. And then I'm going to go back with my E40 brush and blend things out. So then I'm going to grab the color Bear right here with my Sephora Collection number 18 brush, and I'm going to pop this one right underneath the brow bone to highlight under there. And with my big Morphe brush, just blend everything out so that the colors mix well into one another. I'm not going to use the color Curve right here because I feel like the Naked 3 palette has a very similar color to that one, and I want to use new things, right? So I'm going to skip all the way to the color Attitude here that I liked so much. And with my Sephora number 15 shader brush, I'm going to apply that one to my eyelid. Yeah, I like that color a lot. That is very, very pretty. Alright, so you can see how that looks right there. It looks really pretty. I'm going to go back with Bear right here, and I'm going to use it on the inner corner of my eye, blending it into that Attitude color. And of course, same thing on this eye. I'm going to go ahead and use this Lick setting spray and wet my number 15 brush by Sephora Collection, and I'm going to use that color Attitude a little bit wet, just to give it a little bit more intensity so that it looks a little bit more fun. Alright, just like that. I'm really liking that. So basically the only colors in the palette that I didn't use were the color Curve right here and the color Shade right here. Everything else I put on my eye. I'm going to go with number 180 here and a flat brush from Morphe. This is the M432, and I'm going to put that shimmery brown color underneath my lower lash line. And I'm going to take it all the way in. And then I'm going to grab my Morphe M506, which is like a very small blending brush, and in the color Backtalk. And I'm going to smoke that out. Make sure whenever you smoke out your lower lash line that you make it meet the outside, the top of your eyeshadow as well, here on the outer corner. I'm doing Jaclyn Hill's trick of putting a little bit of translucent powder underneath the edge of your shadow here. I'm doing this just to clean up a little bit around the eyeshadow so that it doesn't look very messy, because I felt like it didn't have a shape on the outer part of my eye. All right. So just like that, I'm going to leave that there for a little while. And I'm going to grab my Morphe E4 brush. This is my favorite brush to use for blush. And I think I'm going to go into the color Double Take right here. And I'm going to use that one for blush today. I feel like these blushes are a little bit more pigmented than I'm used to. So I put a little bit too much, but that's okay. I'm going to go over it with my beauty blender or my sponge here to tone it down a bit. And then I'm going to use my Sephora number 98 brush. This is my favorite highlighting brush. And we're going to highlight with both of them. I'm going to start with low key. I could do one on one cheek and one on the other cheek for you guys to see the difference, I guess. I should have done that with the blushes, probably. It's okay, we're gonna do it with the highlighters because we like highlighters more. So low key, I'm going to put on this cheek right here. Gives you a really pretty glow, very natural. I like that it's not super like white. Going to do a second layer of it. Very pretty. And I'm going to, on the other side of the brush, get Party Fool right here and put it on this side. This one's definitely a little bit brighter. Also very, very pretty. I do like them both. I like the formula that they have. There's not a lot of fallout with these. This is more like a summery highlight, like it looks a little bit tan, you know? But I do like them both. I'm going to see if I can make them even. I'm going to like combine the two of them, because I do have places to go after this, you know? I don't think anybody can tell though, but still. So that's it. I finished doing my eyes and finished my cheek makeup. I'm going to go ahead and put some mascara on and a gloss, and I will be right back. Okay guys, so I am back. I put mascara on, I put a burgundy like eyeliner in the waterline of my eye, and then I also lined my lips with MAC's Whirl lip pencil, and I put that gloss from Urban Decay Backtalk, just because, why not, over top of it. And this is the final look. I'm not sure how even my highlight is, but it doesn't really matter, it's even enough, I'm sure. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about this palette. I give it 2 thumbs up. I like how travel friendly it is. I like that it has a lot of things that you would need to do a makeup look inside one palette. I like the portable mirror that you can take out of the palette. It's very, very nice, travel friendly, sturdy, Urban Decay quality. Like eyeshadows are super pigmented, they blend like a dream. The blushes are really nice and creamy, and so are the highlighters. So if you're in the market for a palette with these types of colors, then absolutely go for it. I definitely do recommend it. It is a really good palette to have in your collection. Please let me know in the comments down below what you think about it, whether you're going for it or you're thinking about it, or if you have any questions on the palette. I reply to every single one of your guys' comments, so let me know in the comments down below if you have any questions for me. Before you leave, don't forget to give my video a thumbs up. Thumbs ups are really, really important for me. They help promote my video basically so that other people can also find my channel. And if you're new to my channel and this is the first video you ever watch of me, I would love it if you subscribe to my channel. If you want to see good quality like pictures of this look, make sure you check out my Instagram. It's at Patty C. Alonso, the way it's spelled right here. And you can also follow me on Snapchat and Twitter. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye! Hi!